closing your eyes isn't for you, just a gentle gaze down toward your mat. Either way, softening your eyes, taking a nice deep breath. As we prepare to see where our body takes us this morning. And of course, we honor where our bodies are in each moment, not compared to how they were yesterday, the last time you practiced, or even before you came into this room. That's the deep practice of yoga asana, is listening to where your body is in each moment, and then honoring that. So for those of you that like to see results, that's a way to see results. So if you're in a yoga posture and your body is signaling to you that maybe you've gone too far, you don't go further and you don't stay there, you back off a little bit. And then that's where you can expand in your practice, is from that little bit of backing off and listening. Or maybe you're feeling a little bit sleepy or lazy and you get into a posture and you know you can do more, but maybe your mind doesn't feel like it, but your body does. So then you go a little bit deeper, right? So there's this little space in each posture where you can listen and decide, and you play around. But that's where you start to see if that matters to you, you know, an improvement or a change in your practice when you practice that way. And I think even energetically, when you practice that way, it helps to undo the knots, the energetic knots, and balance the chakras and the nadis. The nadis are the 72,000 lines of energy that connect the physiology of the body with the energy and the large energy centers of the chakras. Regardless, showing up is really important, and you have done that. So everything you do from this point on will bring greater well-being. Maybe you can sit up a little taller, bring your focus to your spine, and notice how it feels to sit up a little bit taller. Maybe placing one or both hands on your chest, your belly, so you can begin to feel into the breath, the way that your breath moves your body. And the way that when you're sitting up tall, your chin is tilted down just the smallest bit so you can reach through the crown of your head, that the oxygen moves through the body. And even though our eyes are closed, we begin to feel more alert and more aware. Gradually increasing the depth of breath. Big expansion on the inhale. And you might imagine that you're breathing into your whole body, into every cell. And a slow, long exhale, where you draw the navel back toward the spine. Gently focusing on just the breath. So you keep coming back to the breath if you get distracted. If your thoughts are fast, or you hear a sound, or whatever it is that distracts you. Just keep coming back to the breath. is the internal gaze, where you let your eyes rest at a point in your body. You might hear that you rest at the tip of your nose or your chin or heart, and those are all good points, but if your internal gaze naturally rests somewhere else, that's okay. You just work to find that internal rest and that focus. See if we can find a little more length in the spine, up from the base of the spine, the low back, the pelvis, the lower abdomen, to find some space there lifted out from the hips. And the drawing in of those muscles, in and up, especially on your exhale. Couple minutes of focused breathing together, alternate nostril without actually blocking the nostrils, just by focusing again. So bringing your awareness to your nose. We'll start with the right nostril. As you inhale, focus on the right nostril. The breath comes up to the center of the forehead, what fills the body. And on your exhale, focus on the left nostril. Exhaling out the left side. Next inhale comes in through the left nostril, comes up right to the center of the forehead. And then exhale out the right side. Inhale right. And exhale left. Inhale left. And exhale right. Take a few more rounds. Inhale right. And exhale left. Inhale left. And exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Last one. Inhale right. And exhale left. Back to your natural breath. And let's roll the shoulders, big circles. And feel free to move your head, your neck around, so that way you open up the shoulders, the neck, upper back. A few times in each direction. And then on an inhale, squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears. And on the exhale, drop them down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Lengthen the spine. And exhale, release the shoulders down. Last one, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Sitting up tall, drop the chin toward the chest. So you open up the backside of the neck, draw the shoulders back so you feel the opening through the chest. And on an exhale, roll your head to the right side. Right ear over right shoulder. And then we inhale, chin rolls back down toward the chest. And exhale, over to the left side. Inhale, take it back down. And exhale, right side. Maybe this time you tilt a little bit further back. Good, and then take it back down. And over to the left side, tilt a little bit further back. And then back down toward the chest. Taking your head back to center, interlocking the fingers behind your neck. So we support the neck, keeping the mouth open just a bit as you drop your head back. Supported by the hands, take your elbows out wide. Draw the navel back toward the spine so we lift the heart. We're extending the spine here, opening up the front side of the neck, the throat. Take a breath. Next inhale takes you back up to center. Reach your arms up toward the sky. Lift the shoulders. And then relax the shoulders. Right hand comes down, left arm over, a little side bend here. And we can take this left arm back so we find a twist, looking up toward the sky. Take a breath where you are. And next inhale, we come back through center, both arms up, lift the shoulders. On the exhale, relax the shoulders. Left hand comes down, right arm over. And then we pull this right arm back for a twist, looking up toward the sky. Taking a breath here. Good. Next inhale takes us back through center. Palms touch here, lowering the palms just above the head, elbows out wide, holding here, building the energy. Activating the heart center, the shoulders, the upper back. Find your breath. 2 more breaths here. Pressing the palms firmly together. 1 more breath. Good. Hands release through heart center. Take a moment here at heart center to set an intention for your practice that you can take with you into your day, most importantly. So usually I say just 1 word, 1 quality that you want to practice embodying more throughout your day. You'll become more aware of the opportunities to practice this quality. Like planting a seed. And then releasing your hands. Coming off of whatever you're sitting on. If you were sitting on something, onto your hands and knees. We'll move through a few rounds of cat-cow. Spread your fingers wide. Your inhale drops your belly and lifts your head. And your exhale rounds your back. Moving at your own pace, focusing on the spine, the hips, the shoulders, doing your thing to create space in the body. And of course, a little more clarity of mind. Isn't that the real reason why we do yoga? And come back to a neutral spine. We're going to take our right foot forward in between the hands. Keeping that back knee down, but tuck your toes and see if you can take the back knee a little bit further back. Keep the core engaged so we're mindful of the left hip flexor. We're just going to start to rock back and forward. Take it easy because our bodies are cold. Inhale forward, exhale back. You can drop your head when you rock back. Lift your head when you rock forward. Pretty quickly you start to create space in the body. Good. Next time you rock forward, hold it there. Take the right hand to the inside of the right foot, planting into both hands. Use a block if you need to. We're just going to let this right knee drop out wide. Lifting the heart, lifting the head. Good. And breathe. You got it. Take one more breath here. And then planting into our left hand, let's take the right arm up toward the sky. You can keep letting that right knee drop open. And maybe, did I say left arm up toward the sky?
Yeah.
All right. Take the right arm all the way back. See if you can gaze toward the fingertips. Find your breath. And then circle it forward and down. Bring that knee in. Tuck your back toes. Lift the knee. Come into a lunge. Looking forward slightly. Come up on your fingertips. And see if you can get your ribs on your thigh. Feel that alignment in the spine. Maybe close your eyes. Reach through the crown of your head to the tailbone. All the way down to the left heel, which is reaching toward the wall behind you. One more breath here. And your next inhale will step you back to plank, just for a breath. After that breath, we come up to down dog. We're not here long. We're just taking one breath in down dog. We'll come back here and do our thing. After that one breath, knees come down, back to table, 2 rounds of cat-cow. Making your way back to a neutral spine. Left foot steps forward. Back knee stays down, but you tuck your toes to walk it back a little bit more. Good. And then we start to bend and straighten. So inhale forward, exhale back. Keep the core slightly engaged to maintain that support of the hip flexor. Good. The next time you rock forward, stay there. Left hand comes to the inside. Again, hands on block if you need to. And we're dropping this left knee out. Lifting the heart, lift the head, hold and breathe. Draw your awareness to that part of your body that is the loudest, right? Make sure that you don't need to back off a little bit, but breathe into the area that you feel this the most. And when you're ready, plant into your right hand and reach the left arm up high. And then slowly take it back, looking toward the left fingertips. Find your breath. Go ahead and engage that right glute so you have even more support here. And then we'll circle the left arm forward and down, back to lunge, lifting the back knee, coming into your lunge, adjusting so ribs are on thigh, lifting your head slightly, and then close your eyes, focus on the spine, long spine, making adjustments to find long spine here, and breathe. Next inhale takes you back to plank, hold for the exhale, and then inhale up to down dog. Now we'll hang out here, so feel free to pedal your feet, rock your hips, soften through the elbows, the neck, the shoulders. Hips are high. And breath is deep. And then together we'll bend and straighten the legs. So at the same time, both legs together. Bend, look forward, look between your hands. Take it down as low as you want to. And then go ahead and lift the hips up. Come way up on your toes. And then exhale, bend, look between the hands. Good, inhale, lift the hips high up on the toes. One more time, exhale, bend, look forward. And then inhale, lift way up on your toes, holding here. We exhale to release the heels down toward the mat. Breathing into the backside of the legs, the calves, the hamstrings, the glutes. We'll take 2 more breaths here. When you're ready to release, knees come down. Back to table, neutral spine. 1 breath here. We walk the hands forward, 1 handprint to drop the hips down and start our barrel rolls here. So big circles with the hips, bringing in as much movement as you can with the hips, the shoulders, the head, your neck. Find your breath. And we'll change direction. Next time you rock forward, you're in a cobra, right? And feel free to lower it if you need to. Lengthen the back of your neck, engage the back side of your body. Let's inhale. On your exhale, forward and down slowly. Roll through the spine, forehead touches as you come down. You can decide if you want to take your feet out wider, if you feel pressure in your back. And then we inhale slowly forward and up, back up. See where that takes you. Again, engaging the back side of the body, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, forward and down. See if you can slide your hands back towards your hips a little bit more. And then forward and up, inhale. It usually lifts you up even higher. We're holding here, engaging. If you're into it, you can tuck your toes and come into an up dog. So it's just hands and feet on the mat. Take a breath. Use your core and sweep back to down dog. Step your feet together so your big toes touch. Your heels are apart. Breathe into your belly. And then inhale up to your toes. Hips are high. Exhale, knees come down. We come into child's pose. Arms back by your legs so you can roll your wrists, relax the shoulders. Find a little reset here. Deep breath. Two more breaths. When you're ready to rise, come up through table. We're stepping our right foot forward, finding our lunge, so lifting that back knee. Taking the right hand to the inside of the right foot, turning the back foot out. Let's reach the left arm up high. And breathe. So holding here, feel free to use a block under your hand, or if you think it's more comfortable to have your hand to the outside of that foot, you can always switch it up. So you're here, we're focusing on the spine, dropping the hips a little bit, long spine, tailbone to the top of the head. Notice what's happening there. If your head is kind of hanging, bringing yourself into alignment, or if you're way to the inside of the right leg, can you draw to straighten your torso, just like your leg, your front knee is straight out from the hip. Find your breath. We're using this left arm as our anchor and rising up to warrior two. So let's inhale as we rise. Let's turn the palms up, hands above shoulders, gazing toward the right fingertips, just beyond those right fingertips. So you soften your eyes. Find your breath. Maybe take a peek at your foot placement. Your heels are aligned. That back arm is in line with the right arm. And breathe. And let's take this left arm overhead, so we're reaching over that right leg like we're holding a ball between our hands. Bend into the right knee a little more. Find your breath. Just ride that wave. And then take it slowly back to your lunge. Take a breath in your lunge. Lift your head. We're nice and aligned here. Good. And then we inhale back to plank. Feel that little shift forward. So your shoulders go past your wrists, and exhale, lower down. Maybe you hover in chaturanga, and then inhale, cobra or up dog. Good. Exhale, back to down dog. Deep breath. Inhale up to your toes, lifting your hips high. Exhale, knees come down. One round of cat-cow. Knees together, child's pose, reset before we do the other side. We'll take 3 breaths here. After that third exhale, you come up through table and then take the left foot forward. Finding your lunge, lift the back knee. Good. Breathe here. When you're ready, left hand to the inside of the left foot, turning the right foot out, and then reaching right arm up toward the sky. Focusing on the alignment of the spine. Left knee and spine are headed in the same direction. Connect with the breath, smooth it out. Engage the core, right arm is your anchor as you inhale up to warrior two. Heels are aligned. From the rotation of the shoulders, return the palms up, turning your head toward the left shoulder. See if you can align chin and shoulder. Good. And breathe. Drop your chin, soften your gaze. Bend into that front leg a little more. Knees tracking straight ahead. And then this right arm comes over like we're holding a ball, leaning over the left leg. Find your breath. And then slowly we take it back to our lunge. Inhale, plank. On your exhale, rock forward, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, back to down dog. Find your breath. Tune into the body. Notice it's getting a little warmer. There's a lot more space now. Pedal your feet, rock your hips, soften the elbows. Turn your head from side to side. Let your head be free here. Good. Now we're walking our hands back toward our feet, coming into a fold at the back of the mat. Holding opposite elbows for a breath, so we hang, our knees are bent, we get heavy in the spine. And then we take our hands to our shins. Let's inhale to our halfway lift. So nice flat back again. And then exhale slowly. Keep your legs straight for as long as you can. Mindful of the low back, the hamstrings. Bend your knees when you need to. As much as you need to. So again, that tuning in that I was talking about, let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift, our legs are straight. And then exhale, fold, tune into the back of the legs. Bend when you need to and only as much as you need to. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold, pay attention. And as we start to rise, find that point where you can straighten your legs again. We're inhaling, and then we reverse our swan dive. So really use your glutes to rise up, arms out and up. Exhale, hands through heart center, coming into mountain pose. So our feet are hip width or closer. We'll turn the palms out, toes are pointing straight ahead, connecting with the breath. Drop the chin, reach through the crown. Lift your toes, spread them out wide. So you feel that engagement in the soles of your feet. Set your toes down, little to big. And soften the knees. Neutral pelvis. Smooth the breath out. Next inhale, take your arms out and up. On your exhale, we're going over to the right side, but that's extending over to the right side. So you still feel space on the right side of your torso. Again, like you're holding a ball out there. Maybe even close your eyes and imagine a ball between your hands. Use your core, lift your toes, keep the knees soft. Find your breath. So you're building energy here and tune into your alignment. Did you start to lean forward a little bit? If you did, take it back so your body's on the same plane. Even if that means you come back up a little bit. And then we inhale back through center. Good, let's exhale, release the arms down, give the shoulders a break. Roll them out a little bit before we move to the other side. And then when you're ready, arms come back out and up. Inhale. On your exhale, left side, same thing, extending out and over. We ground through the soles of the feet. Relax your shoulders. Reach through the fingertips. And again, check in with your alignment. Did your butt start to go back behind you and you lean forward a little bit? Good. Inhale back through center. Reach it up. Look up toward the sky. And on your exhale, swan dive slow. Legs are straight for as long as you can. Tune in. When do you need to bend your knees? How much do you need to bend your knees? And then we inhale, halfway lift. Same process. Exhale slow. Bend your knees when you need to. Hands come down. Let's inhale and walk it out to our plank. On your exhale, we're shifting forward and slowly lowering down. Maybe we hover, and then we inhale, rise up, cobra. Good. Exhale, child's pose. Knees together or knees out. Feel that settling back toward the heels this time. As long as your knees are okay with that, settle back. You can even press a little bit into the palms of your hands. Find your deep breath. And take one more breath here. When you're ready to rise, up to table. Right foot forward once again. We find our lunge. We're going to stay up on the back toes this time. Make sure the ribs are on the thighs, so use blocks here if you need to find that connection to start. And your feet are on railroad tracks, not a tightrope, so check your foot placements because we have to balance a little bit when we rise up. So lighten up in the upper body, and if you can, reach your arms out in front. So we're relying on this front leg, the core, but if you can, draw your awareness back to your left leg to distribute that weight a little bit. And on an inhale, rise up to your high lunge. Good. Relax the shoulders. Maybe you can lower down a little bit. Tuck the tailbone slightly, lift the heart. Maybe lift your gaze. Take a breath. Can you lower down a little bit more? Relaxing your front toes. Good, and then we release back down. Nice job. Plant into your left hand. Let's reach that right arm forward and up. And breathe. One more breath here. And then circle it forward and down, turning the back foot out. Let's take the left arm up. Lengthen the spine, find your breath. And then circle left arm forward and down, back to your lunge. Step back to plank, inhale. On your exhale, rock forward, lower down, keep the elbows in. Inhale, rise up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Take a deep breath. You always know when your down dog becomes your resting pose, and it just happened, I think, for me right there. So we'll rock the hips from side to side. Find your breath. And we'll walk our hands back toward our feet. Coming into our halfway lift, legs are straight. Engage the core. On your exhale, back to your fold. Again, tune into the back of the legs. Where can this fold take you? And then as you begin to reverse your swan dive, see where you can straighten your legs, arms come out. Inhale to rise. Good. On your exhale, over to the right side. Again, like there's a ball between your hands, that extension. We stay in alignment, spine to crown. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left side. Good. Inhale back through center. Lift the toes, lift the heart. Let your arms drop back a little bit. And then exhale, slow dive. Tuning into the backs of the legs, seeing when you need to bend if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift, same thing. Exhale, fold. Hands come down. Inhale to plank. Rock forward, exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Good, exhale, down dog. Deep breath in your down dog. And then we inhale up onto the toes, hips are high. Exhale, knees come down for child's pose before we work on the other side. Arms come down by your legs. Give your shoulders, your wrists a rest, a reset. Find your breath. One more deep breath here. Big deep breath. Fill the lower body, the low back. When you're done with that exhale, come back up through table. Take a round of cat-cow if you'd like before we take the left foot forward. Good. We find our lunge, our foot placement. Make sure we're on railroad tracks, right? The ribs on thigh, so we can build energy here, long spine, engaged core, and then we lighten up in the torso so we can reach the arms forward. Find a breath. In the inhale, we rise to our high lunge. Good, lower down, tuck the tailbone, lift the heart, lift your gaze, find your breath. Relax the shoulders. And then with control, we take it back down. We plant into the right hand and we take the left arm up. Inhale, sink the hips down. Again, tailbone to the top of the head, nice long spine. And then circle this left arm forward and down, maybe to the inside of the left foot, and then right arm reaches high. And breathe. And we'll circle it forward and down, back to our lunge. Inhale to plank. Find that shift forward as you exhale, lower, hover maybe. And then inhale, rise up, cobra, up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Deep breath. Walk your hands back once again. Inhale, halfway lift. Tune into the back side of the body. As you exhale, fold. Bending the knees when you need to, as much as you need to. Inhale to rise. Find your reverse swan dive. Use the glutes, the heels, reach. On your exhale, right side, extending over. Again, tailbone to the top of the head. We reach out. The core is strong. Inhale, back through center. And exhale, left side. Inhale, center. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. Press the hips forward. Let the arms drop back. And then we exhale slowly again. Tune into the back side of the body. Bend your knees when you need to. Give yourself a little hug in. And then you inhale to your halfway lift. Good. Exhale, fold. Hands come down. Taking the feet to where you need to, your foot placement for your yoga squat. So you make your way there. Good. Yep, use blocks if you want. Support yourself. Hands at heart center if that's available to you. Lengthening the spine. Maybe close your eyes, pressing your elbows to the insides of the knees. Knees back into elbows. So even though we're rooting down, we're also finding that slight lift and length from the hips, the spine. And breathe. If your heels are down, can you lift your toes? Two more breaths here. Gently coming into a seated posture, cobbler's pose. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Drawing the feet in toward the body, but paying attention to the torso. So the feet only come as far in as you can stay upright, long spine. Again, close your eyes, pull yourself up. Put your hands on your shins, your ankles, draw yourself up. Drop the chin a bit so you reach through the crown, and then mindfully drop the knees toward the mat. We inhale together. And now we're tuning into our back, from the base of the spine to the crown of the head as we start to fold forward. And how long can you fold with a flat back before you need to make an adjustment? Rounding your back, taking care not to feel pulling in your low back. And to back off from that sensation if you feel it, means you don't bend as far forward. So we'll stay for a few breaths. And there's this constant subtle movement that happens in this fold, where as we breathe and we tune into the body, we're making adjustments, and perhaps we're able to go a little bit deeper into the fold. Even at the very end, on that last one or two breaths, you begin to drop your head, but we're constantly checking in with the low back and making adjustments to make sure we don't feel that pulling. And then one breath in stillness. out, rolls you back up. Good. Hands to the outsides of your knees so you can guide your legs together. Leaning back onto your hands, so maybe move up a little bit. If you can, fingertips point toward the top of your mat, feet are about hip width. And we're just going to rock the knees from side to side so we can reset the hips and the low back from all that work that we just did. Turning your head away from your knees. Finding your breath. Center, making sure you have enough room behind you to make your way onto your back, and you decide whether you want to roll down strong or just bring yourself there. And do you have a block? All right, block or bolster. If you want to do this, you can plant your feet on the mat, slide a block under your butt. And then when you come down onto it, straighten your legs back out. Yeah. If that feels terrible, then don't stay there. Sometimes it feels really good. But we did a lot of compression on the hip flexors. We opened them too, but just to reset everything and breathe. Sometimes it feels nice to have that compression on the back side as well. And when you're ready to move, you can plant your feet back on the mat, slide the block up just a bit so we can come into our variation of shoulder stand where we take our legs up toward the sky with the block under us, or shoulder stand full expression where you hold your back and you lift up toward the sky. Wherever you are, you're breathing into the belly, relaxing your face, your neck, your chest. This is a good time to remember to unclench your teeth if they got back into that position. Relax your jaw, even to the point where your mouth opens a little bit. No one's looking. I know it can feel a little bit strange. Up on our block, we'll stay here and come into our reclined pigeon. So go ahead and take your left ankle above your right knee, bending your right leg, drawing it in toward the chest, gently pressing the left knee open as you draw that right knee in. Option to flex both feet. And if it doesn't feel good on the block, you can always remove that. Find your breath. When you're ready to release, take your legs back up, flex your feet, take your legs out wide. Maybe you reach for your feet, see where that takes you. Maybe it's your ankles or the inner calves. And then when you're ready to, you can switch sides. Right ankle crosses over. Left knee in, gently pressing the right knee away. deep breath. And when you're ready to release, legs come up. Option to take them out wide with your feet flexed. Wide and kind of up toward your head. So if you reach toward your ankles and you're on your block, you'll be able to draw the legs up. And breathe. And then legs come back together as we release the feet to the mat. Lifting up just enough to slide the block out. And let's roll ourselves onto our left side. So roll onto your left side. Really curl your knees up. Take your left hand on top of that right leg. And then reach out with the right arm. Releasing that right shoulder to the mat. And then your head turns in that direction. So you end up in a twist. Of course, honoring your body, right? If you need to make adjustments, you might lift your right leg a little bit or put a block in between your legs so your shoulder can make it to the mat. You don't want to force anything. Breathe up your spine. On your exhale, feel your body relax. Next inhale takes you through center. Take your right leg first, and then your left leg, and roll onto your right side, curling the knees up. And then left arm comes out wide, turning your head in that direction. Find your breath. When you're ready to take it back to center, left leg comes first, followed by right. Or maybe you rock a little bit from side to side before making your preparations for Shavasana. Get cozy for Shavasana. If you have socks and sweatshirts, blanket, if you want a blanket, raise your hand. I will gladly bring you one. slowly come back to your body, lying on the mat. Gently deepening your breath. And once again, tuning in to what your body is asking. How it's asking you to make your way back with some small movements and stretches. And somewhere in that process, I invite you to maybe rub your hands together and place the palms of your hands over your eyes for further nourishment from what you created today, the energy. Just to feel the warmth. And breathe that into your whole body. And maybe a little massage to your temples and your forehead. And eventually roll onto your right side. But again, take your time if there's anything else your body needs. From here, supporting yourself up to a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed. Placing your hands back on your body, chest and belly. Reconnecting with your breath once again. This week I'm focusing more on root chakra grounding practices. So we'll seal our practice this morning with the sound of Lam, L-A-M. And much like we do for the sound of Om, we extend it out, we do a long at the end. But again, that tuning in to where you feel that vibration in your body when we do that sound. So let's inhale together. Hands to heart center, bowing your head down to honor the wisdom within. Namaste.
Namaste.